Language, lesson 160, page 285, I think. All right, let's review our sometimes linking verbs. Let's go. Taste, feel, smell, sound, look, appear, become, seem, grow, remain, and stay. Y'all are getting better. Those are the sometimes can be actions, sometimes can be linking. On page 285, we are doing steps today to identify our complements, right? I'm going to do them. You can follow along on numbers 1 through 5, all right? But your job now is just to listen, okay? All right, first you find your prepositional phrases and then find your verb or verb phrase. Next, ask who or what to find your subject. Then say the subject and verb together to find your complements. Ask yourself, is the verb action, like I'm punching someone, something action, or linking? Action verb complements are direct object and indirect object. Linking verb complements are predicate nominative and predicate adjective. Predicate nominative renames the subject. Predicate adjective describes the subject. Last, say the subject, the verb, and the complement together to see if it makes sense. All right, we're going to review this. Get out a piece of paper, write all these 3 sentences down. Maybe keep a line in between. Pause the video, you should be finished. All right, Miss Candace recovered from her illness quickly. I was sick about 2 weeks ago, had a fever. I did not have the coronavirus, I don't think. If I did, it wasn't bad. So that's why I don't think I had, because it wasn't bad. Miss Candace recovered from her illness quickly. We are identifying our complements. So first, mark your prepositional phrases. That takes out a lot of words. Next, find your verb or your verb phrase. This is like 2 lines. Remember, we underlined the verb twice. I'm so clever. Okay, now. Recovered is your verb. Now, ask who or what to find your subject. Who recovered? Miss Candace. Now, say your subject and your verb together to find your complement. Miss Candace recovered what? Quickly, does that make sense? No, does not make sense. Miss Candace recovered who? Quickly. Oh, in this case, there are no complements. So we just have our subject, we have our verb, but we have no complements because the sentence does not need any. Because we ask our questions whom or what to find our complements, and there's none. So this sentence is finished. Let's go to, I will be your English teacher in the fall. In the fall, you will still have to do English. And in the fall, you will still have me as a teacher. Because I am moving up and I am teaching 6th grade and 7th grade, Lord willing. So you will be with 7th grade. And I don't think we'll be in this room. I think we're going to be moving up. But I'm excited about that. And I'll be so excited to have you back as students. And it makes me feel better because even though we can't end this year, we'll still have next year. So I'm excited about that. You can tell me what you think about it. All right. I will be your English teacher in the fall. Find your prepositional phrases. Now, find your verb or your verb phrase. And ask who or what to find your subject. Who will be? I will be. Now say your subject and your verb together to find your complements. I will be what? Teacher. You're not finished. Now ask, is your verb action or linking? Your last verb in the verb phrase is be. Be is a stated being verb, which means it must be a linking verb. Linking verb. Your linking verb complements are predicate nominative or predicate adjective. Predicate nominative renames the subject. Predicate adjective describes the subject. Would teacher be predicate nominative or predicate adjective? It would be a predicate nominative because teacher is renaming I. So this is your subject, linking verb, predicate nominative. Up here we forgot to ask whether our verb is action or linking. Is recovered action or linking? Recovered is it is not a linking verb. Silly me. You need to mark action verb, and Miss Candace is your subject. And there are no complements. The second sentence should look like this. Alright? Subject, linking verb, predicate nominative. Hunter told me the joke. Hunter, I missed your jokes. Alright, first step, mark your prepositional phrases. There are none. Go to your second step. Now find your verb or your verb phrase. Next, ask who or what to find your subject. Who told? Hunter. Now, say the subject and verb together to find your complements. Hunter told what? Hunter did not tell me. Hunter told joke. Hunter told. Now, okay, first of all, Hunter told what? Joke. To whom? Me. How would we identify this? Okay, well, let's see. Let's see. Now, ask whether the verb is action or linking. Told. Action or linking. The subject is performing the action, so the verb is action verb. Now, what are our complements? We didn't really follow the steps for this one. That's not bad. For action verb, your complements are either direct object or indirect object or no complements. But here we do have complements. What would we mark these words as? Hunter told what? Find your complement. Joke. It answers the question, what? So it's a direct object. Hunter told what joke? To whom? Me. Joke is functioning as direct object. Me is functioning as indirect object. Alright, so this is, we need to mark our subject. And you may ask, why do we have to do this? Well, we're going to be diagramming tomorrow in our Zoom meeting. That's why it's so important to figure out what our sentence pattern is, whether it's action or linking or indirect object or whatever it is, because it will affect your diagramming. Alright? Turn to page 286. We are doing all the 5 problems today. Okay? Letter, well, at the bottom, think. Following the 5 steps, kind of the 5 steps that I do, see if you can find the correct subject, verb, and complement for these sentences as your teacher reads the steps. So we're going to have to do these together. I do not have them written on the board, so you need to pay close attention. Mark your prepositional phrases. My grandparents sent me money in my birthday card. In my birthday card is prepositional phrases. Mark that. Alright. Now, I wish I could pause this. I wish I would have written on the board. Alright. I did not write on the board, so we're just going to work with it. Okay? You need a mark in my birthday card. That's a prepositional phrase. Now, find your verb or your verb phrase. Your verb or your verb phrase is sent. Now, ask who or what to find your subject. Who sent? Grandparents. Grandparents is your subject. Grandparents sent what? Say your subject and your verb together to find your complement. Grandparents sent what? Money. To whom? Me. You have 2 complements. Ask yourself, is your verb action or linking? Well, sent is action. Your 2 complements for action verbs are direct object and indirect object. Which one is which? My grandparents sent what? Money. We're going to jump over, say our direct object first. We're going to jump back and say me. So my grandparents sent what money? To whom? Me. You need to mark your complements and your action verb and your subject. So your subject is grandparents and your action verb is sent. You need to mark all of these. All right. Subject, action verb, indirect object, direct object. We found these by following certain steps. Let's go to number 2. Melissa Johnson lives across the street from me. Mark your prepositional phrases. You have 2 prepositional phrases. Across the street, from me. That's why prepositional phrases are so important, because it takes away all the words, just about. All right? Find your verb or your verb phrase. Lives. Ask who or what to find your subject. Who lives? Melissa Johnson. I'm not going to write it. Underline Melissa Johnson 1 time. We need to identify what these words are. So ask yourself, is the verb action or linking? Lives is action. And your subject is Melissa Johnson. Are there any complements in the sentence? No. Because complements cannot come inside prepositional phrases. We're going to do number 3. That dog in their yard is a friendly collie. Mark your prepositional phrases. Your prepositional phrase is in their yard. Now find your verb or your verb phrase. Your verb is. Now ask who or what to find your subject. Who is? Dog is. Mark your dog, mark it as a subject. All right. Now, say the subject and the verb together to find your complement. Dog is what? Collie. Mark collie. All right. Ask, is your verb action or linking? Your verb is linking. So the 2 complements that go with linking are predicate nominative and predicate adjective. Predicate nominative renames, predicate adjective describes. Is collie renaming or describing collie? Is collie renaming or describing dog? Collie is renaming dog. So you would mark the collie as predicate nominative. You would mark is as linking verb, and you would mark dog as subject. Okay. Number 4, my mother is happy most of the time. Mark your prepositional phrases. Then find your verb or verb phrase. Then ask who or what to find your subject. Then say the subject and verb together to find your complement. Then ask whether the verb is action or linking. Action complements are direct object and indirect object. Linking complements are predicate nominative and predicate adjective. Predicate nominative renames a subject. Predicate adjective describes the subject. Do number 4 and number 5 by yourself. You can turn back to page 285 and follow those steps if you get stuck. Kind of remember the motions that I did, okay, to figure out what comes next. That's all you have to do today. Thank you for your attention. I don't know how long this is. It's probably kind of long, but you don't have much work. So, tomorrow we'll have a Zoom meeting, and we'll put all of this to practice in diagrams.